What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My third rank 5 6-star. Finally, I didn't swindle you guys this time. I made a promise and I kept my promise. Quicksilver. I've wanted to take Quicksilver to rank 5 for the longest time, and after I got my impromptu Red Goblin rank up out of the way, nobody was left in the way of Quicksilver. Finally, so happy to have this guy at rank 5. I know, ranking 6 stars with 7 stars being so powerful, what is this? It doesn't matter. I mean, 6 stars are still going to be relevant for a long time, so to completely ignore them would be a little nonsensical, and I'm not going to do that. So, we're going to rank up 6 stars until it feels right to stop ranking them. Right now, it doesn't feel like that time. So, I mean, there's really nothing more I can say about Quicksilver. He's one of my favorite, if not my favorite, science champions in the entire game. I really enjoy using him. I know he has a very complicated playstyle with all of his inflated hits and animations being very wacky, and I know a lot of people don't necessarily appreciate that, but I find it to be very smooth. I've learned how to control it quite well, and I find it to be quite fun. So, I know other people don't necessarily like him, and that's totally fine, but he's still pretty strong, and you can't deny that. So that was the Eternity of Pain Dormammu in a little less than 90 seconds there. That was around 800,000 health, just completely roasted by Quicksilver. This is the 8.2 Scarlet Witch boss, and again, most of the clips in this video, except for the final one, are going to be around the same amount of time, and it's going to be the same story. 1 or 2 whiplash detonations, and the fight ends. He's just great, you know? He's a super solid character, great utility, so easy to access his slow and his miss bypass. He even has the ability to parry projectiles and non-contact attacks at 600 momentum, which is another pretty strong piece of utility. I just love this guy. He's so strong in basically every area of the game, aside from, you know, the occasional Battlegrounds meta where he's not offensively shining as much as others, but even in Battlegrounds, he's still doing very well. I love him. I think he's great. So, this Scarlet Witch, we're building up. I can't exactly see how many momentum because the screen I'm watching the playback on is a little small, but I think we're at like 40 some odd, or in the high 30s. We're baiting out this special. We're trying to get the terminal velocity. There we are, terminal velocity. So now we're just going to let an intercept. Go for the special 2, and we do not even need the special 1 here to increase the damage because, well, she drops. 550,000 whiplash damage. Not even at 99, not using the special 1 to increase the damage. Crazy. Just crazy. So this is Sabertooth in Act 6, around 200,000 health. This is just a showcase of what a Battlegrounds health pool could look like, especially adding on the regen, at least at the beginning, to, you know, inflate the health pool a little bit more. But Quicksilver completely turns off the regen because of Despair. Another great mastery to run with Quicksilver is Despair. Very underrated because of all the debuffs that you stack up. You don't have to worry about certain types of healing. So, yeah, I recommend Despair with Quicksilver. It's pretty solid. So we're going to go for the early detonate here, but before we do that, we launch the special 2 so we get the trauma, so all the whiplash damage is increased by 70%. And then now we have a 70% trauma on Sabertooth, and we're just going to combo him to death. We use the relic to gain a little bit of the physical vulnerability, and we don't even need the whiplash to expire. He's gone. That was 200,000 health in around 40 seconds, so, you know, pretty solid, not too bad. But let's up the ante a little bit. Let's go to a little higher health pool. Let's go to Labyrinth of Legends, Old Man Logan here. 1.5 million health. That's a lot of health. That's quite a bit of health. We only have the White Magneto synergy here for the pre-fight, and I think I used like She-Hulk and Mr. Fantastic to get by Red Hulk. So we have the Power Sting there, but it's not really going to do anything for Quicksilver because he doesn't increase his base attack at all. He only increases his attack during his special 1, and that's a flat value. So nothing is going to really benefit from the Power Sting except for, you know, the additional 10k burst damage every time they use a special attack, which in the grand scheme of things is not that significant. But regardless, we don't have anything enhancing his whiplash damage here. No Professor X synergy. Nothing of the sort. It's just Quicksilver with the white Magneto pre-fight to gain the passive stun, so we don't have to worry about our parries failing, or not failing, but running out of stun duration. So we can use our special 3 stun and take advantage of that full duration, as well as parry him and not worry about taking up some of the stun debuff duration. So we're going for the special 3 loop here, because we want to build up as many Whiplash as possible. I don't think I even get to the full Whiplash cap in this run. I think when I used my rank 4 to do this test, I did get to the full cap, but in this test, I didn't even get to the full Whiplash cap. I got close, but I was, a combo or 2 away, and Quicksilver's combos, 2 combos for Quicksilver is 26 hits, so that could be anywhere from 10 to 20 Whiplash that I was missing. So I don't exactly remember the number that I got to, but it was close. It was in the high 100s. So what we're going to do here is we're going to build up to the special 2 and hopefully to a bar and a half of power, and then we're going to use the special 2, and hopefully he either throws a special or goes for an intercept so we can dash in, start another combo, and then use our special 1 to get the attack increase from thermal velocity, increase the damage of that Whiplash detonation, and, send him home, send him packing. So he did throw a special attack, he did throw another one, so he threw 2 specials, which is really good. It allows us to get even more Whiplash. We throw the special 1 here, not even max Whiplash, 1.2 million damage in 2 minutes. Yeah. So we did 300,000 damage from just hitting him, and then the remaining 1.2 million, that was from Whiplash. That probably was a higher number as well, because what Whiplash tends to do, it is, if it kills the opponent, it will show you the number of health that they had remaining, and not the actual number of Whiplash damage. That's only if it kills the opponent. So, if they have 500,000 health left on the dot, and the Whiplash kills them, it's going to show the number 500,000. It's not actually going to show the Whiplash damage that was just dealt. Now, it only works in the way of showing the damage that is dealt if it doesn't kill them. So if it doesn't kill them, you'll see the amount of damage you actually did. But if it kills them, you're not going to. So it's, sorry, still recovering from a little cold here. But yeah, that's one of the things that I would like to see maybe changed, so we could actually get a gauge for how much damage we're actually dealing, instead of just, oh, there goes the rest of their health. Maybe, oh, there's the actual number of damage that we just dealt, for a little more of a realistic grasp of what kind of damage he's dealing. Is it higher than we're thinking it is? Is it not as high as we're thinking it is? Against Star, it's probably higher than we think it is. But regardless, that's neither here nor there. This is the final video I have in this little showcase. It's just Abyss thing with Quicksilver. Quicksilver's not the best option for Abyss by any stretch of the imagination, but if you can force him to work, he will work. I've done this fight with my rank 4 Quicksilver, and I also did this, Abyss Luke Cage with my rank 4 Quicksilver, but Thing was just easier to get to, and I didn't have to waste my time going through Darkhawk, so I decided to just show off Thing in this showcase. This takes around the same time as the rank 4 did for Thing, which I kind of expected because, well, the protection is going to do its job and protect Thing, so I'm only going to get a few Whiplash detonations going that are dealing any type of damage here. So it does take a little while, but he will work for this type of content, and I do think Quicksilver, whenever the next Abyss-style content comes out, I do think Quicksilver, especially an Ascended 6-star Quicksilver, will do very well in that type of content, along with his good friends Shuri and Guillotine 2099. Also throw Wongers in there as well, because Wongers is pretty fun. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this little showcase. I really hope you enjoyed it. Just a quick Quicksilver showcase. No pun intended, but pun definitely intended. I hope you enjoy, and I plan on making more Quicksilver content as time goes on. I love this character, and I hope everybody finally has a solid appreciation for him. Because I remember long ago when Quicksilver first came out, there were those who loved Quicksilver, and there were those who absolutely despised Quicksilver, and there was no in between. There was no middle. It was black or white. It was you loved him or you hated him. So now I hope people can finally realize that, he's not the best science champion in the game, but he is a pretty darn good science champion, and if you learn how to use him properly, he's going to treat you well, and he's going to solve a lot of problems and fill a lot of gaps in your roster. In any case, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please remember to like, hit comment. You can't hit comment. Like, hit share, comment, hit the subscribe button. You can hit the subscribe button. You can do that. And hit the bell for notifications if you're into that. That'd be cool. Get notified every time I upload, every time I go live, you know, whatever the case may be. I would really appreciate that. And if you want to become a member of the channel, help me out even more. We get more emojis the more members we have. So, you know, consider doing that if you think that's something you'd be interested in. But regardless, guys, thank you so much for hanging out, and enjoy the rest of this video. Peace.